Hello, everybody, and welcome to my Impact Wrestling review. I may have missed the Redefined show last week, which I did see, but I did not do a review for that show because I had a lot of things to take care of, especially planning that trip to All In last week. But after the entire All In thing, we're pretty much back on Impact again, kicking it off with a rematch from Redefined last week, which was a really good show. But we had P. Williams versus Rich Swann again. Matt Sydal was on commentary, pretty much talking about his third eye. Even the announcers kind of crapped on it in a way and didn't know what was kind of going on with that with his gimmick. But the match was not bad, I will say that. Pretty much to get some time in, but you had I guess Rich Swann was going for his 450. But Sydal pretty much kept talking about his third eye sitting on the ground until he actually missed his Phoenix Splash. P. Williams did a Canadian Destroyer to pick up the win. So, not a bad match, but, I guess they're still going with this whole feud now between Swann and Sydal, even though this third eye thing, which I feel like it works sometimes, but I feel like he says the third eye so many times. Even like I said, the announcers just kind of don't even know where this is going, and so a lot of people say Don Callis is the head of creative, so he should really do something about this. But the match wasn't bad, I will say that. I still like the one from last week too, but this one was not bad also. Swann pretty much was pissed about what Sydal did and tell him to stay the hell away from him. They went back to commentary, pretty much with Gama Singh, who was, by the way, that was probably one of the most bland introductions I've kind of seen before, introducing the Desi Hit Squad, and even Joe Hendry, his theme, I guess, doing like a cover saying that it was the Super Shit Squad, I believe, and that they suck, which is kind of true, because I don't know, this Gama Singh thing going nowhere. Pretty much it was the Dusty Hit Squad versus Grado and Joe Hendry, as they had this platonic love theme song coming out. But the match wasn't really bad, I will say that. Raju and Gunnar Singh won with a pretty much just a knee and I think it was a sky high for the win, beating Grado. Katarina pretty much got in talking about Grado, berating him in the ring, how he's losing all these matches every week, and that is his fault. And that she doesn't love Grado anymore and is in love with Joe Hendry, and that Joe loves her too. But after she kissed him, which I actually thought he was going to turn on him, Joe pretty much went on and said, "I'm his best friend." He was disappointed, and that I'm not the embarrassment you are. She pretty much slapped him and pretty much walked off then and stormed away, which I didn't know. I didn't know where. I actually thought he was going to turn on him. That's what I thought this was going to be, but I guess they're friends with each other. Even talked in the back then, talking about, we're still a team and everything. We're still good. So I guess they're going with that. They really are happy still with each other. I guess they're going with that. So I don't know where the story's going on, but I actually thought he was actually going to turn on her. That's kind of what I was expecting to happen. They went. What else did they go through after that? But they pretty much walked in the back. They did their GWN moment, which I think it was Bully Ray winning the world title from Jeff Hardy. I think it was in 2012 or 13 at Lockdown. So I do remember that. And Aces and Eights being involved and how he was revealed as the leader then. Next, they went to a Tessa Blanchard and Su Yung video package as their title match was on the line tonight. They went to the Smoke Show with Scarlett Bordeaux and Bobo. That's kind of funny. KM and followed by thanked her for them making to a team, but Scarlett said that she wanted something else, that she likes a man with confidence and power and be able to take what he wants, and that it's intoxicating to her, and told them telling them to do something like that, as they pretty much sat and thought about it once Scarlett walked off then. So this is going somewhere. Eli Drake, talk about the Night of Dummies and everything, and I guess the one night only pay-per-view, and he was looking for an open challenge. Now, I'm really questioning what they're doing with Eli Drake here. Last week you have him go against those two jobber guys, but now he's going against this Indiana Jones, whatever the fuck he is, Stone Rockwell. And I know Eli Drake signed an extended contract, but I really, really hope they have something for this guy. Because this shit ain't working, okay? I'm sorry. I don't know what they're doing with Eli Drake right now. Yes, he says he's a former champion, but get this guy in a good feud or something, because now you're just kind of wasting him. He's directionless right now. And even I think that, I don't know, Callison would have something for him if he signed a contract. Listen, Eli Drake is really good. I like the guy in the mic. I think he's money. I was happy when he did win the world title, even though during that whole Jarrett reign they booked him like shit. But the guy could put on a really great match. Okay, get this guy in a better feud or something going on, because yes, he did re-sign with Impact, but I don't know when the next tapings are. I really hope they have something for this guy. Same for him and Trevor Lee. And this machine is pissing me off. Sorry about that, but pretty much kind of going into that whole thing. Yeah, I really hope they have something better planned for him, or you're really going to lose this guy to a different promotion. Same hit for a lot of people say for him or Trevor Lee, because, like I said, the guy's got money, but they don't know what to do with him. They went to a Lucha Brothers promo, Phoenix, who actually spoke English, and Pentagon Jr., as, you know, they're the Lucha Brothers, and they take care of each other, and talked about Cage from last week helping them against OVE, saying that, you know, you don't have to help us if you don't want to, but if Cage, like Pentagon pretty much said that if Cage really wants to know how to deliver pain and break arms and shave people's head, you need to team with us pretty much. But it's not a problem if you don't team, because we can take care of those little girls themselves, as Pentagon said. And Phoenix says, no problem around here. And then they said, porque nosotros los Lucha Brothers el Cierro Medio. They have zero fear. And Phoenix said amino, as in, I believe it means spirit in Spanish. But yeah, I swear there's on so many shows, it's crazy. But it's yeah, I just find it funny when I watch Pentagon on Lucha Underground. I watch them on Impact. It's two different things. And yes, they are a team and they are brothers, even though on Lucha Underground they never really addressed they were brothers. But you know, I see on MLW and Impact that they are always addressed as brothers most of the time. Sorry about that. But they usually are addressed as brothers, though, on whatever show they on. I've already spoke about the entire, you know, I think WWE trying to get after those guys. Like I said, I don't think they would know what to do with them. Austin Aries in the back eating a banana with Moose and Killer Cross after Moose turned heel last week, and Aries called him the $1 Million Moose Man. Alicia Tout pretty much wanted an interview, but she says, hey, you didn't knock before coming in. And if you want to answer, you'll get your explanation like everyone else when we go out in the middle of the ring and explain it tonight. Okay? And then Alicia Edwards came in pretty much slapping Moose, saying, why did you do this after everything we done for you? As they pretty much said, see you around, and they were explaining this in the ring. Tessa Blanchard went against Su Yung for the Knockouts Championship. Not a bad match, I will say that. Excuse me. Tessa won with the Hammerlock DDT, or as they're calling it, the buzzsaw now on Su Yung. The thing to take from this match that Su Young's music kept playing in, and the Undead Bridesmaids came out with a casket after that. Su Yung pretty much did her panic switch move and tried to drag her into the coffin, but Allie and Kiera pretty much came for the save and super kicked her off the stage, as Tessa said she didn't want any help. But I'm surprised it went to a commercial break throughout to extend this match, but it was still a really good match, I will say that. Now, I'm surprised they didn't build this up a little bit more, other than waiting 1 week after she lost the title and do an immediate rematch, which they literally were trying to play video packages to it, but I'm not sure where they're going on with this. I really don't. Now, one thing I will say about this, and I'm sure people saw this on Pop TV itself, when Brian Cage was cutting his promo, you know, team with Pentagon and Phoenix next week, why did this technical difficulty happen where it goes to the Karate Kid movie, even though it's going to play up next, the one with Jackie Chan and Jaden Smith. It looked like it was playing that, and then it went back to Cage's promo then. So I don't know what was with that technical difficulty there, but it was strange. Eddie Kingston and Conan pretty much met in front of their bosses, which I guess LAX has bosses now, which even they look like Italian guys, pretty much like a mob convention, or they're like an Italian mafia sitting there, 3 of them. But I guess they were known as the bosses or something, or the commission. They have called this meeting together because Conan's saying that Kingston doesn't respect the G code about having no kids and no family in this, but Kingston pretty much going and said, I'm the one that's making money, the most money around here. You just keeping us young guys down while we gotta do all the dirty work and scrapping for our take. But Kingston pretty much said that kid's mother shouldn't have let him hang with Conan in to begin with. The mob-like guys pretty much had a discussion amongst each other and said that it will be a ceasefire where no one can touch each other until Bound for Glory. And this will be the final battle. I guess they're going to go with this. And it's going to be a 6-man, which will be a Kingston, Homicide, and Hernandez versus Conan, Santana, and Ortiz. I don't really know what Conan... I don't even think Conan can even really wrestle anymore, so I don't know why he's even in the ring. But this is supposed to be the final war. They were going to shake hands, but Kingston walked off and did not shake hands with him. I like what LAX does all the time, but I did not understand these mafia guys pretty much making all the rules and regulations to what's going on with LAX right now. It was crazy enough when a kid got hit by a car, and thank God they did not kill this kid. And even though, yes, Lucha Underground does kill people multiple account of times, but I don't think they were going to kill nobody here, and the kid was still alive. But I don't know what the fuck this whole mafia convention sit down was going to be. So until then, that is technically one of the first matches announced for Bound for Glory is a 6-man tag with them in the final war. OVE went against Zachary Wentz, Ace Austin, and Trey Miguel. Pretty much quick. They did the all-seeing eye, that triple finisher they do for OVE for the win. Callahan pretty much put Ace Austin another power drive, and he got the microphone. It's kind of funny. Jake Chris is trying to imitate him throughout the whole thing, and says a shout out OVE is the best trio team on the planet, and that they said Ohio OVE multiple times, and that this Pentagon and Phoenix feud will go on forever, he says. And then he called out Brian Cage, so he doesn't hold grudges, but this is for Ohio, by Ohio, and Ohio is taking over everything. So it was a good promo by Callahan, I will say that. It was actually a really good tag match where they actually need to build themselves up, because they've kind of taken more L's to Pentagon and Phoenix when you look at it. But I still like the match. They did Slammiversary, but I'm trying to see where this is still going. Austin Aries, Moose actually has a silk shirt and some slacks coming out, and Killer Cross has asked why Moose why, and Moose said that Eddie Edwards he's a fraud. He just wants to act like he's crazy. And it's good that they turned Moose heel, to be honest, because him as a face was kind of looking like a dumbass throughout most of the time, getting beat up by everybody. But Moose pretty much called out Eddie Edwards, and that, Edwards called when he was having wife problems, and when he got hit in the baseball bat in the eye by Callahan, and even the whole Tommy Dreamer thing. But where was Eddie Edwards when Moose was in the hospital himself? When his career was at stake with a concussion, and said that Killer Cross came to visit him and that he felt abandoned. And he looked at Austin Aries, he's the 5-star athlete and Mr. Impact Wrestling here, and that we need to stop catering to these idiots, and that Austin Aries is the greatest man who's ever lived, and that he's listening to reason. Next thing you know, Johnny Impact comes out for some odd reason. Pretty much talking about Austin Aries is Aries said, you don't interrupt me, and that he had high hopes for Killer Cross and being someone's bodyguard. That's a good point right there. And Impact talked about how, I guess, his abs and everything. Next thing you know, he announces this match for Bound for Glory, which literally out of nowhere, I don't know where this is coming from or What the fuck is Johnny Impact done to get a title shot at Bound for Glory? This reminds me of last year because they said, oh, he signed some contract with management in the back. But even Aries is like, how do you even, what have you done to get a contract? Wasn't this guy just in a feud with Congo Kong, and what was it, to pay off him throwing him into a pool last week, I think it was? Even that didn't make a lot of sense unless they moved on from it. As Aries said, he's not a matchmaker, so how do you get to make the matches? But the people in, charge of this show said that you can have the match, but this reminds me of last year with, what was it, Johnny Impact facing Garza Jr., and that whole thing, how they tried to get for the world title, was just all messed up going in for Bound for Glory. So I don't know what the hell they're doing with this now. I don't get it. I really don't. I'm not understanding where they're going with this. Why does he have a title shot? He hasn't even done anything to earn a title shot. And then Aries said you could come in right now, but Johnny pretty much said I could come in and attack, but I know you're all going to jump me. And he called them a turd cutter, and that Austin Aries is a small banana. Pretty much, he's got a small dick. Next Aries jumped out of the ring and started brawling with Impact. Impact was able to fight him off to the numbers game, caught up with him, and he pretty much did the same thing with Eddie Edwards. Put his head into a chair like last week and hit him in the neck with it, as they pretty much stood tall after that. The Moose promo was actually good because it actually made some sense. And what he is really is true what he's saying. Austin Aries always great on the mic. I still don't know where the fuck Impact gets a title shot from, even though he's really done nothing. And like I said, he was in a feud with Congo Kong, and he threw him into a pool and did that little pose he does. But why does this man have a title shot? I don't get that going to Bound for Glory. I'm sure things will change throughout the next month because Bound for Glory is in October. But I really sit there wondering, why does he have a title shot for? I don't get it. I'm really trying to understand this. Someone point this out for me or something, because it doesn't make a lot of sense. It really doesn't. As for this show itself, it was very strange on some points in this show. From promos and the LAX, I guess, sit down with their bosses and everything. And I don't know what else. The Knockouts title match wasn't bad, but I'm trying to see where they go on from this. Eli Drake fighting these Indiana Jones impersonators. Jesse Hit Squad is just really bad. So that's my thing on the show. Redefined was a better show last week, and I'm kind of mad I didn't review that one. But this one here had its hits and misses, but there was some bad parts, I can say, through that too. But that's our review of Impact on the show tonight. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Tell me what you thought about the show tonight. Comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. These tapings from Mexico are anyways. Peace.